Greetings, this is Rev Derek of RevDerek.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Rev Derek Terry. Have a Help on Hump Day, our fifth one, letter that I'm going to read from B. Hello, Rev Derek. I have plenty on my mind. In a nutshell, I am 38 years old and feel as though I am existing due to life's many circumstances. In short, I was labeled earlier in life as special ed student with difficulties comprehending reading, math, and cognitive difficulties as well. A few years ago, I was diagnosed as bipolar depression, bipolar disorder, and major depression. I just feel like seeking some sort of guidance, if you will. Yes, I do have a church home, but I don't feel particularly a part of the family because I've decided to walk in my truth, which is not accepted in his denomination. I won't mention the denomination. I apologize for bothering you, yada, yada, yada. Regards, B. By the way, I just ordered my book tonight. Can't wait to read it. He sent me this email, I guess about 3 or 4 weeks ago when we were doing the pre-orders. And so thank you so much, B, for ordering that book. And yeah, as you send them in, even though I may not get to them, the letters every week, I do hang on to them and I address them when I feel it's time and when I have something to add. And so the first thing I want to say, B, is that thank you for reaching out. Thank you for getting the book. Next, I want to say that there's a lot going on. We're going to do what we usually do. We're going to breathe. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose, hold it for 2 counts, out through our mouths with a sound. 1, 2, 3, go. That's just so we can get everything into alignment. And so, B, thank you so much again for reaching out. And there's a lot going on. 38 years old, feel like you're existing, labeled as special ed, mental health issues, depression, difficulties at the church. And so, with all that being said, the one thing that I want you to make sure that you're doing, in my prayer for you, is that you work on your thoughts about yourself. We have to really watch how we accept and how we think about certain labels or diagnoses that we have. Mental health illness is a very real thing. Cognitive disorders is a very real thing. Make sure you're taking your medicine like you're supposed to. Make sure you're seeing your healthcare professionals like you're supposed to. But also understand, realize, and know that just because of a diagnosis does not mean that that is a deficit. It's a difference. It's a different way of doing things. I was diagnosed as dyslexic. And so when I went to college, I had to learn how to study differently and take different notes than my other classmates, but I did extremely well. And so it's just about learning what to do, how to do. That just because of an illness does not mean that you are less than in any way. And so if there's the thought, if those thoughts are there, I want you to work on those. I think all of us that are human understand exactly what you feel like when you say that you're just existing. I call that my zombie period. Every now and then I have these zombie periods where I have all evidence of life, where I look alive, where I'm walking, where I'm talking, where I'm working, where I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but on the inside I'm dead. I'm just existing. And so I think we've all been there. Some of the things that I do in order to get myself back in alignment, right? I think that's what we're always looking for, is we have this imbalance, and we need to get our mental, physical, emotional, spiritual selves back in alignment. And some of the things that I do is, one is breathe. Just like I do that breathing exercise where I just in through my nose, hold it for a couple of counts, out through my mouth, sometimes with a sound, just to clear my thoughts. Breathing is what separates living things from dead things. It causes us to just pause in the moment and be where we're supposed to be. You ever notice before you clock on somebody, or when you're trying to calm yourself down, you'll take deep breaths, just to do that. And I do that all the time. Whenever I need to think about something, whenever I need to just pause, breathing is very important. The other thing I do is meditate. I meditate all the time. I used to only be able to do it like a couple of minutes. Start where you are. Go on YouTube and you can get some guided meditations that are free that will help you to shut down your brain. I used to feel like my brain was just constantly going. Every now and then we have to stop using our cell phones that we constantly use, and we have to plug them in to recharge, right? It's the exact same way with our minds. I used to feel like it was constantly going. Meditation stops us and allows us to recharge and refuel. So every morning I meditate, every evening I meditate. I also pray to my ancestors. I pray to God. As a person of African descent, I believe that it is my birthright to go to my ancestors, those who have gone before and lived before, that their energy is not dead, but it stays with us and is among us and is lobbying with God and working with God in concert on our behalf to do for me that which I cannot do for myself. And so I acknowledge my ancestors. I go to them. I ask them for help. I go to God. I ask God for help. And so, yeah, those are some of the things that I do. Of course, prayer, listening to music, whatever it is that gets you into alignment. Sitting outside helps me a lot. Leaning up against a tree, walking barefoot in the grass and praying, and just getting back in peace. That church. In that denomination I didn't name, if it's not feeding you, don't do anything. I'm telling you, for so long, I did stuff because I was supposed to, right? I'm supposed to go to this church because this is where my family went to church. And I'm supposed to do this because that's what everybody else says. But if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. My grandmother used to say, if it doesn't smell right, don't eat it. Don't accept it. Don't bring it into your life. At 38 years old, you have earned the right to make a decision and say what you are and what you aren't going to do. Period. Point blank. Do that. The really good thing is, and I'm really excited that you pre-ordered the book, and I did. I signed yours a couple days ago. It's on the way, and make sure the very last essay in the book is actually my spiritual work, and it's some of the things that I've talked about here. It's my daily routines. It's everything that I do. So I hope you enjoy it. Please keep in contact. Thank you so much, B, for writing, and I hope I've offered you some encouragement. Take care, everybody. Help on Hump Day. Number 5, send me your emails. RevDerekTerry@gmail.com. Of course, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at RevDerekTerry. Love you. Get the book, Does God Still Love Me? It's on iTunes. It's on iBooks, rather. It's on Kindle, and it's on my website, RevDerek.com. Take care. God bless. Peace.